how you guys doing today? As you can see, kind of inside my greenhouse. This is a greenhouse that we built right at the end of the season last year. We actually got this for one purpose really, and that was to raise our broiler chickens through the winter in. We had verbal contracts with 2 restaurants, and we had a third one using us occasionally whenever they felt like it, I guess, when they would have to actually use farm-raised chicken instead of just putting it on their menu. So anyways, so we purchased this. My wife and I installed this thing. We are very rocky here, as you can see. There's rocks everywhere. And we actually lucked out. I have a electric jackhammer, and the one rock breaking tool fit right in these pipes and drove it beautifully. So, but we got it up, and then I used the barn wood off the west end of our barn. This barn wood was taken off of there. Oh man, I was in high school at the time, so it was back in the early 80s. The west end of the barn was had a lot of cracks and stuff. It's over 100 years old, the barn is. So my dad replaced it with treated wood, and then we saved all this, and it's been sitting there ever since. So instead of me going out and buying plywood and all that stuff, I used it for the ends here, so it actually looks pretty nice. Worked out great, actually. Today it is like, it's in the 20s outside, and it's windy. You can hear the plastic blowing around. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like 64 in here. So I'm actually in short sleeves. So what I'm doing today, I got some mess to clean up over there. Some of the plastic that we cut off when we installed it. But what we're doing today here is I put a little bed in here, since we didn't use it for the chickens because the restaurants backed out after we had bought all the chickens for them, so we ended up having to raise them and have them paid to have them butchered, and we've been selling them. But boy, if you ever plan to do broiler chickens, and don't ever deal with a restaurant without something in writing with some kind of backup, because first chance they get, they'll put it to you. It's ridiculous. So I think we're going to stick just to the farmers markets and direct sales to customers. So, alright, well anyways, so I put this bed in. I put it in actually a little while ago, but what this dirt is here, this is cow manure and hay and dirt all mixed together, and it's been in a pile. Usually what I do is, after the winter's over and where we feed the cows, I mean they waste as much as they eat. I pile it up and then let it compost for a couple years, and this compost here is, oh man, it's several years old, probably 2 or 3 years old anyway. So I hauled some down with the RTV and filled it in here, and it was pretty wet at the time, so I didn't try to do anything. And but it's pretty dry in here now. It's been almost a month since I did that, probably. And so I came out here today and kind of leveled it off, and I've marked out some rows, 12 inches. I'm going to plant some like lettuce and collards and stuff like that, so that some cold crops I mean, it's like I said, it's 60 in here, and tomorrow I believe is the last cold day for a while. So it'll be nice and warm, and I think this stuff will sprout, and we'll have some vegetables to eat. So I thought I'd just bring you along. Alright, so I'm going to hoe out a row here, a couple rows, and then we'll get started. I'll put you on a tripod, and we'll go from there. Alright, thanks. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we're back. Got y'all set up on a tripod. Gonna get some of these things hoed out for you. And I don't know if you can hear that. I'm sure you can. Is that cow, one of our dairy cows, mooing up her head off. Oh my gosh. She tried to steal our other cow's baby, which she's not in milk right now. And so we had to separate her, and she is not happy. She acts like we took her baby from her or something. So that's what's going on. Worse than a dog barking, I think. So, alright, I'm going to get some hoeing done. There's a clump of hay. I tell you, it's hot in here. Sweating there. The dogs are outside. You put them in, they went out. So now that they're out there circling the greenhouse like a bunch of sharks. So, never satisfied. Never satisfied. And these lines are just to give me a guide. I will probably get rid of them once this is all done. Really likely. It's just some old bale twine. I took off one of the bales here. In this first row, I'm actually not going to use the string as a guide. I'm going to plant right down the middle because I'm going to plant some cabbage in here. I might. So that's probably going to try to overtake something that's too close to it. First row's a mess. Okay. Alright, so there we go. So let me try and figure out what we want to plant. Get our seeds out. Alright, I'll be back in a minute.